Hello everyone, I am Anila Argouda, an electronic and communication engineering student studying at Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today I am going to give presentation on password generation model and eligibility for voting model development. So we will move on to the next slide. Password generation model. So the password generation model is a Python is a program that will generate strong random password of mix of upper and lowercase letters as well as numbers. The idea of a building random password generator in Python is very simple. First, we will create a string or list consisting of all alphabets, includes both small and capital alphabets. Now we will take the length of the required passwords as input from the user. Finally, we will use a loop dragging between 0 and the length of the password, and in every iteration we will randomly choose a letter from the set of letters defined above and store them into a resultant password. So, the password generators are the tools that allow the user to create a random and customized strong password based on the preferences. So, here are the some of the steps to create or generate the password. The first step is import necessary modules. As a first step, let's import the secrets modules. This module is a built into the Python standard library, so you can import it as follows. Import secrets. Let's also import Python built-in string module, import string. So this is the steps involved in the generating the password, and the second step is define the alphabet. The next step is to define the alphabet. Alphabet denotes the set of all characters that we will consider for password generation. Here we want it to contain the following lowercase and uppercase letters and special characters. So next we will move on to the third step, that is to fix the length of the password and generating a password. Let's store the length of the password in the variable pwd underscore length. In this example, the password string is of length 12. Next, we will move on to the last step of generating the password is customize your passwords based on constraints. You can customize the passwords based on generation by checking if it meets certain constraints. For example, let's check if it is generated password string of length 12 satisfies the following constraints. The string pwd should contain at least one special character. It should contain at least two digits. In the code, you may modify the condition that if statements check for the according to the constraints you define. So these are the steps for generating the strong password. Next, we will move on to the code for generating the password. Here is the Python code for the password generation. So here we are giving the input name as Anu, which is encoded by a double quotes. It is known as an strings. Strings are nothing but the sequence of characters which are encoded by the double quotes, and here we are giving the password as 123. Here we are using if else conditional statements. If name double equals to Anu, it will print hello Anu. If the password double equals to Anu, it will print access granted, otherwise or else a print wrong password. Here it is wrong password, and then we will move on to the next slide. Here we are giving input as Anu and password as 123, and if the name is double equals to Anu, print hello Anu, and if password is double equals to 123, here it will print access granted, or else it will print wrong password. So here the access is granted. Today Another topic is to be discussed, that is eligibility for voting model development. In this we are writing a Python program to check the eligibility for voting. In India, to be eligible for voting, a person age should be 18 or greater than 18. We will use this criteria by using if else condition statements in our programs. So we will move on to the code. Here we are giving the program code for eligibility for voting. Input, here we are giving enter the age. So if the age is greater than or 18, then the people are eligible for voting. If the age is less than or 18, the people are not eligible for voting. So here we are using if else conditional statements. So next we will go for the output. So here, if the user enter the age 20, and he will be eligible for voting. If the user gives the if user enter the age 18, and he will be eligible for voting. If the user gives eligible 17, is not eligible for voting. So if the if the person is less than 18, he is not eligible for voting, and if the person is greater than 18, he is eligible for voting. Thank you for watching my video. We'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe, share and like.